Two times the sensing power means two times the...
commercials, come on. Welcome to the Oratory. I'm James A. Hendrick Jr. Success, confidence, success, and thrive coach, adversity, authority, motivational, self-published author, and motivational speaker. You're going to continue our journey. We are now in the fourth part of this six-part season, so get ready, because this title is called Business Classics. Can you take it? Get ready. Sit down. We'll talk. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed your dinner talks yesterday on the Oratory, because today is going to be a more interesting flair. Alright? Here's some advice I heard on the reality show, The Keynote. And I've probably said this a lot, but I'm going to add a little bit more flair. Say a client or event planner calls you at 6:30 in the morning. Tell me something. If you're dead in the world, you going to answer that phone? Hey, it's James Hendrick Empowerment. We got the best. We've got the best pattern for your question. Hey, are you ready? You ready to go for this event? No, don't do that. Don't answer a call from a client or event planner unless you are top notch, okay? Because your brand has got to be something like, yeehaw! You know what I mean? So here's the thing. Call them, have them talk to you, kind of at a later time, and just really pour it on, like you care about them. Okay? And while you're on the phone with them, get on your trusty laptop here and, send them a little link, if you know what I mean, and then send an email and click on it and say, hey, can you refresh and see if you received that email? Oh yeah, James, we received the email. Excellent, then. Play that for your next board meeting. Okay, say I'm speaking for the Midland International Airport. This is the city of Midland that runs that. At the airport. And they call me and they said, James, we love this. Send me the contracts, or I'll swing by and sign the contracts, and I guess the event's next week. See, you need to have top brands so that you care. You care about the people that are hosting your event and who you're speaking to. Okay, now, media matters. I know you probably don't want to hear this, but you dang it, you need to know. And I want you to know, probably in the next series, we're going to kind of mix and match. Have media matters only to be on certain days. That way, everything goes normal to plan. But I'll let you know which days they are, so that everything goes well. Anyway, you need a website, right? Now, a lot of people say for a speaker, you need to have the overhead in order to pay for a website. No, not necessarily. Chris Gilbo, in his book Born for This, he talks about building websites from scratch through WordPress. You can start out for free, and whenever you get the budget, you can update to premium. It's not that much. And your website needs to have more than just your selfies or cameras. Okay, okay, don't get me wrong. They need to see you speaking before a live audience. Some professional quality, if you know what I mean. Because, I'm going to tell you this. If it's half-assed, you don't want to bring it up. Okay? Now, once again, as I have said, you need to find a trendy topic that's in the news. Relate it to your brand and be able to relate to the news media what you stand on, what you believe in. For instance, COVID-19 could have been a good time. Even though the speeches were probably virtual, still can be to this day. I'm not against virtual speeches. Shooting the way I'm doing that podcasting to you right now. But the fact of the matter is this. Okay? The fact of the matter is you got to be able to relate to them. Eye contact is important. You know, delivery to camera and everything. Now, I'm not a good judge at eye contact. So, one of my hopes is that the reporter knows that despite my eyes can't focus, that I can look at the reporter, you know, facing them, and be able to show the same respect. Now, having those things is very important. Because to tell you something, news media can kind of react in some ways. But okay. Next step. We're going to go to the 3 Ps. Product and pain points. Now, those are the 3 Ps. Does your product answer the pain points of others? One digital product I've been thinking about coming up with is an audio product called the Eagle Cap Method for Mental Health Coaching. And so, with those things, I have to say, your product has to answer the pain points. Delator McNeil says, you may be the only aspirin or Motrin or whatever for somebody's headache. The question is, how long are you going to let them hurt? Think about that. Well, I talk about the 2 Ps, but what can I say? We got to do something else and then put the 3rd P. So I want you to get ready. Get ready. Give me just a minute to get ready to talk about positioning. How well are you positioning yourself? How is your stage presence? Do you know how to stand? Where to stand? Are you the type that prefers to move around the stage or stay at the podium? To tell you the truth, I could do a little bit of both. But being legally blind up there on a stage, especially if it's a big auditorium, I have to depend on my cane. Positioning is very important to understand. So I want you to think that for a few minutes, and I'll be right back with you. You can have a good time positioning and doing whatever you want. The platform is yours when it's your turn. You can sing, you can dance. Shoot, I'm out dancing. Shoot, I'm out now dancing barefooted here. Positioning means it's yours, and what kind of presence are you going to put forward? What kind of presence are you going to have? Because that's very important. People need to know how you're going to position yourself on stage and how you're going to convey to them. Maybe you like to go around and mingle and talk off stage. Now, if that's a smaller venue, I can do that. A larger venue, I'm going to need a cane and a sighted guide. That's just all I can say. The positioning is very important. Okay? I'm going to ask you to let this really sink in. Okay, I know some of you are not ready for this, but it's the final round. Maybe
that's huge.
Commercials.
Keep peeling bacteria.
Commercials. Cool. Let's meet in the study. Okay. Now, maybe some parts of your life in the past or so, things have not been okay. Something lacking. But as a speaker, you need to be able to convey confidence. So I want you to look at the idea of emotional authenticity and intelligence. Okay? And with that, I'm going to shut the music down. Maybe there's been a time in your past when you've been hurt inside. I know I have. But sometimes you've got to take a stance. You know, stand up. Do this exercise with me if you're serious about this. Being the orator you want to be. Stand up. Head up. Shoulders back. And I want you to think of an inner sound that you'd make to demonstrate that. For some people it's yee-haw. For some it's woo-hoo. You know, whatever it is. And mine is, of course, being from down south, yee-haw. And my inner yee-haw is standing, shoulder width apart, straight up, shoulders back. I just had a little interactive re-jerk, something that kind of interrupted my podcast, technical difficulties. So I want to demonstrate this, so I want you to do this one more time for me. Stand up, shoulders back, head up, and do your inner sound. Whether it's your inner yee-haw, or woo, or whatever, or woo-hoo. Sometimes you gotta turn on confidence. Flip this switch, because sometimes our reactive culture likes to drain you. Okay? That's why I designed my podcast. Some point, my mastermind. Empower your pattern. You see, a lot of our dreams, a lot of ideas come from pain points and times in our childhood. Now, the next episode, hopefully all will go well, is going to be
Party foul?
commercials.
2 times the sensing power.
Commercials. Our next podcast, we're going to be talking about What Would You Think? This deals with book publishing and team building. Thanks for being a part of the oratory. Take care, and God bless.